Order this regular commission meeting August 26th, 2025. Let's all rise for the invocation, please. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your blessings, Lord. We ask for continued rain for this parched earth. We ask for wisdom and strength as we go about today, passing the budget and the tax rate for the citizens of Brewster County. Ask you all these things in Jesus' name.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Yes.
All right, good morning, everybody. So today's meeting is something we do every year. We're actually going to have two public hearings before we go into our regular commissioners court meeting. So we will open the first public hearing regarding the 2026 Brewster County budget. So we'll, for those of you that have the budget, you've got the budget for the 100 is a balanced budget. So revenues and expenses equal each other. You have budgets for road and bridge. You have road and bridge, courthouse security, and then all the other funds. There's one slight change that Melinda will be bringing in. When we budgeted for the visitor center construction, we budgeted the expense side, but we forgot to budget the revenue side. So without revenue, you can't spend. So that's simply, we're going to be moving that money from tourism accounts over to these are tourism monies that we're going to be using to build the visitor center. Other than that, the budget is set and open to any public comment about the budget for 2026. Any discussion among the commissioners court? Any questions?
No.
Y'all did an amazing job this year.
Well, I think we looked at every number about 27 times. We just couldn't cut any more out of the district clerk's budget, so.
Move to adjourn.
All right, motion to adjourn the public hearing on the Brewster County budget.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor to adjourn, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, now we're going to move on to a public hearing regarding the tax rate. Setting the tax rate for the tax year 2025. This gets confusing because we did the 26 budget, but we're approving the 25 tax rate. The proposed tax rate for the coming for 2025 is 0.370007. Maintenance and operation rate of 0.352263. Interest and sinking of 0.017744. This will increase, this basically is the voter approval rate, which does give us a little room to move our revenues up to cover continuing rising expenses. And it will increase on $100,000 home. It will increase taxes by about $65 per 100,000. Okay. I'm open to any comments from public about the tax rate for 2025. All right. There being no further discussion, I entertain a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
No motion.
Okay, motion to adjourn the public hearing.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor to adjourn the public hearing on the tax rate, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Now we'll move on into the regular commissioner court meeting. And the first thing on the agenda is the discussion and adoption of the budget. And we have talked about it. The budget includes all of the operating accounts, the M&O accounts, as well as the restricted funds and the revenue funds. Our budget includes the elected officials, salaries and raises for all employees in Brewster County. Any discussion about the budget? All right, under local government code 111.008A, I move to adopt the proposed fiscal year 26 budget as presented, including elected county precinct officer salaries and allowances.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, discussion. All right, this has to be a record vote, so we're just going to go down the line. So if there is no discussion, Commissioner Westerman, how do you vote on the budget?
Aye.
Commissioner Kalando, how do you vote on the budget?
Aye.
Commissioner Ortega, how do you vote on the budget?
Aye.
Commissioner Morrow, how do you vote on the budget?
Aye.
County Judge also votes aye for the 26 fiscal year budget. Okay. The motion carries, and we're going to move on now that we have a discussion and action to ratify the increase in property tax revenue. So this this budget will raise property tax revenue of over from last year of $176,880.50. It actually, in the budget, you'll see it raised at 200, but our interest in sinking went down because our debt service is going down. So the net is 176,880.50 over last year. I'm going to propose a motion that I move to ratify the increase in the property tax revenue of $176,880.50 that is reflected in the adopted budget.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, discussion. Don't have to have a record vote on this one, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. Commissioner Westerman, your vote on increasing the property tax revenue?
Aye.
Commissioner Kalando?
Aye.
Commissioner Ortega?
Aye.
Commissioner Morrow?
I vote aye.
And its judge votes aye as well, so that motion carries. Okay. Moving on, next is the discussion and action to adopt the proposed 2025 tax rate. Under the tax code 2605, we do have to vote on these independently. Both the maintenance and operation and the interest in sinking are two separate votes. All right.
Total vote too, right?
Yeah, and then there's a total vote as well. Okay. If there's any discussion on the tax rate. If there's no further discussion, I move that the property tax rate for maintenance and operation be set at 0.352263.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion about that? All right, we'll take a record vote on this. Commissioner Westerman,
Aye.
Commissioner Kalando,
Aye.
Commissioner
Aye.
Ortega, Mr. Morrow.
Aye.
And the judge votes aye as well. So the first motion passes. Second motion is regarding the interest in sinking. Clearly, our debt service is falling as we pay debt off. So I move that the property tax rate for debt service be set at 0.017744.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. All right, Mr. Westerman.
Aye.
Aye.
Kalando, Commissioner Ortega.
Aye.
Commissioner Morrow.
Aye.
And the judge votes aye as well. Second motion is passed. All right. Jenny, do you have the order, the tax order? All right. The next item of business is the tax code's 2605B. This is the order that imposes the tax rate for the 2025. This is a record vote and I am required to read this, so I'll take a nap and I'll be through in here in a minute. On this date, August 26, 2025, we, the Commissioners Court of Brewster County, hereby set the rate on $100 valuation for the tax year 2025 at a total rate of 0.370007 to be assessed and collected by the Brewster County Tax Assessor Collector. This year's overall tax rate of 0.370007 is an increase of 5.89% from last year's overall tax rate of 0.349422. This year's maintenance and operations tax rate will be 0.352263. This tax rate will raise more taxes for maintenance and operation than last year's tax rate. And the tax rate will effectively be raised by 23.03% and will raise taxes for maintenance and operations on $100,000 by approximately $65.94. This year's interest and sinking tax rate will be 0.017744. This is a decrease of 1.38% from last year's interest and sinking tax rate. Such taxes are to be assessed and collected by the Brewster County Tax Assessor Collector.
I move to adopt the order as read.
Okay, motion to adopt the order is read.
I second.
Motion and a second. All right, we do need a record vote on this. Any discussion? All right, Commissioner Westerman?
Aye.
Aye.
Hondo?
Aye.
Ortega? Mr. Morrow?
Aye.
Y'all are beating me to the punch.
Sorry.
And this judge votes aye. Okay. All right. So based on that, this court orders this tax rate to become effective as of October 1st. All right. That was relatively painless. All right, let's move on to the Commissioners Court meeting minutes of August 12th of 2025.
Move to adopt.
I'll second that.
All right, motion to adopt the Commissioners Court meeting minutes of August 12th. Motion second by Commissioner Morrow. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Public comments. Any public comments this morning? Let's see. This gets old, but who are complaints going today?
I'll take him.
Okay, you're taking. Any public comments this morning? All right, number 6, report from the City of Alpine representative. Mr. Stevens.
Good morning, everyone. Just have 3 quick items. The city's going through the same process you all going through working budgets. We have a special meeting tonight, starts at 5:30. We're looking at roughly a $17 million budget. And we've got a fair amount of work to go through right now. It shows to be balanced, but this will be the first time that the city council has had the opportunity to discuss what's going on with that. Right now, the tax rate, we have it set based on the budget is a no new revenue, so it'll be the same as it is. But we'll work our way through that. We have another meeting on September 2nd. And then our last meeting in theory should be on September 16th to get things set. So that's the big item on the table. Number 2, Zipper is forecast to be in 15 September, so we'll continue to track that. And we can do some work on what goes on in Country Club Estates. And the last thing I want to talk about, I think it's relevant from a commissioner's perspective, is we do have a resolution going before City Council on the September 2nd meeting about the fire training area that the county and the city are working together. And the intent is to put that under the Alpine Emergency Services Board, and so the Alpine Fire Department can use that from a training standpoint. It'll still remain a city property, but not very similar to what we've done with everything else in the fire department, working together in an integrated way. That's all I've got to report. Any questions?
Do you know what your voter approval rate proposed is going to be?
I don't recall, Judge Lee. Yeah, I don't recall.
How's the city manager's, the search still on?
So city manager search, we actually had 21 candidates. We narrowed it down to 6 at the last city council meeting. We're beginning the background checks and interview process, and we'll see what comes out of that. If we're not successful selecting out of the 6 candidates we selected, we'll open it back up. But right now, my sense is we'll work our way through it. But I believe we probably have 2 to 3 months worth of work to go through, because our process is going to include not only city council going through and doing the interviews. We'll also have our department heads do that interview as well. And we're going to pull in some outside folks like the judge, pull in Carlos from the university, and pull in Michelle to get their perspectives as well to help council make the final decision.
Thank you.
All right, any questions for Mr. Stevens? Grind on.
Right on. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, number 7, recognitions and announcements. Anything today? Any recognitions or announcements?
I have a screw-on report.
All right,
The first,
the rooms are.
human case, American human case,
Really?
a resident of Maryland that was traveling in Guatemala. And he or she brought it home. The flies are about 150 miles from Texas border.
It did not come in through Texas, though.
Pardon me?
It did not come in through Texas.
No,
so,
it
yeah.
did not.
That's good.
So they had like an open sore and they got in there.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Except from that.
That's kind of aggressive. All right, anything for the marathon?
So.
Terlingua? It's hot.
Hot, but the clouds are nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's move on to number 8, review and discuss and take action to approve Cynthia Cox as the Brewster County Elections Administrator. So the Election Commission had a meeting a couple of weeks ago, had 7 candidates that interviewed over the course of one day, and we were able to narrow it down and make a decision. So the Election Commission is recommending that Cynthia Cox be our next election administrator. You want to come up and give the court 2 minutes on who Cynthia Cox is,
Oh,
if she really exists?
good morning. I really do exist. I am here and I did show up. So, I believe most of you have a copy of my resume. I will say that is just a very brief overview of my 25 years that I call in public service. I have worked at local level, government level, in the state, and also on projects at the national level. I have managed volunteers, and then I have also taught, both in the state military forces. I also was an adjunct professor for the University of Maryland University College. I have a Bachelor of Science in Emergency Services from Texas Tech University and a Master's in Security Services from Naval Postgraduate School. For the past 3 years, I have had the wonderful blessing of teaching high school here in Alpine, where I taught government and economics. The focus of my class was becoming a good, solid, civic-minded person in our classroom. We focused a lot on elections and voting and our obligation to do that and how important that is to this state and this country. And we held mock elections that would match our local, state, and federal elections processes there at the high school. So as a part of that, I was also deputy registrar for the county and did that for 3 years as well. And I hope to continue serving the community any way that I can. I look forward to working with all of you and getting more people to register and come and vote and participate. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'll make a motion that we ratify the selection of Cynthia Cox as the Brewster County Elections Administrator.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I guess we'll talk about it now. All right, if there's no further discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, welcome aboard. Well, that's good. Good work.
I jumped in the deep end.
All right, while we're on the elections mode, let's go ahead and do elections department. Who's speaking for that today? Is that Sarah? Okay. Okay, well, I have 3 orders she wanted on. Is that, she just wanted us to look at them and ratify them? Okay. All right, the first one is to review and discuss and take appropriate action on approving the amended order of election.
I think she just changed the address of the community center.
Is that what you did?
That's all I can find,
Yeah.
but without her to tell me, I don't know for sure.
Okay. All right, I entertain a motion to accept that amended order.
I move to approve the amended order.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Okay, review and discuss, take appropriate action on approving the notice of consolidation for precinct 2 and 8. Now, I can't speak to this, but it looks like 2 and 8 are getting consolidated for this year. Is that right? It's just a one-time, this election. Okay, all right. I'd entertain a motion to consolidate 2 and 8.
Second.
Well, I'll make the motion and it wasn't no second, okay? Any discussion?
I have a question. Will it go back to the way it was before automatically, or we need to
I think we have to approve it every time.
approve every time? Okay, just wondering. All
This
right,
is- Yeah, this time and then next time it'll go back to normal unless they want to change.
okay.
Which, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I need to change the maps?
No,
No, don't change any maps.
Okay.
Don't touch, don't touch.
All right. Motion and a second to consolidate 2 and 8 for the purposes of this election. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, same thing comes in on 9C, consolidating 5, 6, and 7 into one precinct for voting purposes.
I move to approve.
Motion to approve that motion. Any second?
I'll second.
Second. All right, motion second, discussion,
Sir, hang it there.
same idea. 5, 6, and 7 consolidated. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. All right, you're good. If you have some things for us to sign. You have the orders? Okay, we can do it in a minute. All right, I'm gonna skip county judge report because it's long and laborious. Let's do Casey. And let's get 911 knocked out.
Pressing the wrong buttons here.
Number
Good
12.
morning, everyone. Casey Muratori, Rio Grande Council of Governments, Addressing Authority. I just have 4 roads today that we're going to be adding to the map. Now, my question is, do you want to approve this as a batch or would you like to go one by one? Your preference.
Let's go ahead and do them one by one real quick,
Okay.
just in case something comes up on one of them.
Okay, so we're going to review, discuss, take appropriate action on adding the following existing county roadway to the MSI database. It's Cinnabar Road, located between FM 170 and Allen Lane. This is a roadway that Commissioner Colondo and I identified in my office last week that has never been in our data, but it's a county road. So we're going to add that into the data.
Okay.
And that's it for that one. I know, do you have your maps in front of you? You've got that? Okay.
All right, I make a motion that we name that road that runs right by the fire station, Cinnabar Road.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, how about Tres Palmas?
All right, Tres Palmas, located off of Agua Fria Road. This is way back in there and it's county road, but it's never been in my data. Now it will be, so.
I move to add Tres Palmas to the 911 map.
Is that really is it really a county road or just
It
a
is.
public road?
Yes, it is. Yes, sir.
Does anybody live back there?
No, not that I can see.
There's a house back there, but it's I think it's a vacation or, a second home. Hunting cabin? I don't know what you want to call it, but it's been there forever and that's been a county road since, at least 2007. It's on the 2007 inventory.
So we're just putting it on
Yeah, it just got left off the map.
It's never been on our map, so. Mhm.
Is
we don't have to open it though, right?
That's on you guys. Yeah, that's up to you. That aspect of the roads, that's all you. But as far as getting it on the ground for emergency services to see the ingress, that's really my primary concern.
it gonna require maintenance?
We ain't even opened it yet.
Well, Frenchie took me down there. So he called it Tres Pinas. The 2007 road inventory called it Tres Palmas. So whatever tree was planted there has died. We don't know what kind of tree it was, or 3 of them. I imagine it only needs service rarely if the people ever want to go visit their hunting cabin. It's just a tiny little sliver of a road.
The answer is no. We got plenty to do.
Don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah.
All right, motion to approve Tres Palmas, the naming of Tres Palmas Road. And putting it on the map. I'll make a motion.
I moved already. You're gonna say.
Oh, did you move it? Okay,
did.
I'll second it. Sorry.
Thank you.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, number 3, Big Bend National Park roadway.
So these are not going to be county roadways. I should have worded that a little bit differently, leading into my items there. This is a roadway in Big Bend National Park. As you know, I've been working on adding the trails into the park system. This one, I didn't have a way to connect it, so we needed to name this road. It is Fossil Discovery Road. It's located off of Park Route 11, and it's really one of the coolest displays in the park is the big fossil display there. So
So when we name a road in the park, and we've talked about this, do they weigh in on that, or do they just whatever?
Yes, absolutely. I've been in full communication with Scott Bratton, who's their dispatch there in the park. We've narrowed it down to one person I deal with because there's a lot of people and a lot of requests. So everything kind of filters through him.
I just find it fascinating, as independent as they are, that we name their roads for.
Well, I think it's because it has
It's
to be
their
in the
name.
minutes.
Yeah.
It has to be a record of it in the minutes, but it's
Yep.
just an administrative task.
Yeah, I get it, but still. kind of-
Yeah.
I know.
I'm glad that
overkill.
she handles all the background work that goes into settling what the name's gonna be and all that.
All right, I make a motion that we name that road to the exhibit Fossil Discovery Road.
I'll second.
Motion is second, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
I,
All right, another one of these roads.
All right, final roadway in Big Bend National Park. This is the RGV Campground Road. It's located off of the Berkeley Cottage Road. This is a big one because off of this roadway, we're going to tie in a lot of campsites. There's also a huge nature overlook trail that stems off of that roadway. I didn't have a road before, so I couldn't just throw a trail out in the desert. You do have to properly connect roadway to trail and so on and so forth so that you have that proper ingress understanding.
Okay, I make a motion that we name that loop road around the campground RGV Campground Road.
I'll second.
Motion is second, discussion.
It appears there's a paved road that connects that little loop thing. Is that still a road too, or?
Which one?
Well, there's a paved road that isn't in red.
So that one, we're probably going to come back at a later time and give that one a name. This is to get me started on some trails. I'm probably going to have one more. You're right about that. I've already noticed that because on either side of that, there's going to be campsites, you
Right.
know, so absolutely. We will come back at a later date on that one.
It's just not, okay.
Yep. That's going to be a separate road. So it'll
Even though
have
it's
to have
the
a
next to
name.
the same one on either end. Okay.
Yep.
That's
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
Makes no sense.
As long as 911 can get there.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
I,
Okay, anything else, Casey?
Just real quick, on the Big Bend National Park subject, I've now at this point added over 180 miles of trailhead to the maps. We have never had those trails in our data until now. And it's a huge concern, obviously, and we're coming into the better part of the year where we do have tourists coming to the park, right? A little bit better weather and better for hiking. So I'm really excited. I might be one of the only ones, but I'm very excited to have gotten these trails into dispatch maps. One of the big disconnects is that when you call 911 from the park, you get Alpine, you get the BCSO. I've been in there when they get park calls. A lot of times you get one phone call and then no more service. So to give them better tools to understand where these trails are, it was paramount. Now we will go back. I have one more trail to add. We've got some discrepancies on names, but we're working on it. When I get finished, we have over 500 addressing points we're going to drop in the park. These are campsites. These are the really remote backcountry areas, as well as some of the residential housing in places like that. But to clean up Big Bend National Park, this is a big deal. It's too big of a deal. We have people that perish in the park every year. So I'm really excited. Another thing I've been working on is our overall boundaries for the Rio Grande Council of Governments. That encompasses all 5 counties out here, the 20,000 square miles. We had some rough boundaries with Mexico. We had some gaps, we had some overlaps. It's something that had never been noticed before. When I started adding trails, all of a sudden it appeared as though they were in Mexico. We had some problems. That has all since been fixed. It's something, honestly, I've been focusing on since January of this year. It threw my work quite a bit off. I was about 6 weeks behind there for a minute. So if you're hearing from people, it's taken me forever, they're right. Now I'm a little caught up and we're in better shape. So things are a little more business as usual these days, but I'm just really thrilled about the park and I want you guys to know that. So
Casey, how long does it take from the time you put these changes in for the consumer to be on their phone and see that it's accurate in Google?
Google. Yeah, I don't like Google because it takes forever.
Whatever mapping service they're using.
Yeah, it takes forever and a day.
Because the park's not gonna put up street signs, are they?
Not on these trails for sure.
Well,
You know, whatever they're, yeah, they have some signage down there. I know that once we're completely wrapped on the project, there is going to be an effort with the maintenance department to get more of that out there, and especially for the addressing. some of these addresses are going to change, right? And so we need to get that proper numbering on it. I don't know the extent of how much they're going to do and how much signage they're going to put out there, but I know it is part of the conversation.
Google might take 6 months.
Google might take a long time. Now, it's important to mention who I update. I update 911 every 2 weeks, the Postal Service once a month, the National Addressing Registry once a year, and then Census Bureau every 10 years. What Google uses for their addressing is dependent on what data they pick up, right? That national registry, that is certainly a large data set. We actually compile the entire state of Texas. The Texas GIO does. We all submit to them. They put it together and then they submit from there. So as long as everybody's picking up that new data, it should hit maps, but I have yet to see what their process is and how they're doing it, because I have people that have been living in the same place for 5 years. It's been a good address in our system just as long, but it's still not on Google. Now, I am in communication with my supervisor, Marisa Quintanilla, about partnering with Google. This is a interesting conversation, right? That means every road that we talk about is going to hit those maps, right? I can't pick and choose what I put out there in the world. This is public data though, and it does belong to the public, right? And so there is a government partnership with Google that we are considering right now to get that data into the hands of Google and get it out there for the world. So
Google.
we're working on it.
Do they use, you familiar with On Maps?
Yes, I am. Yes, sir.
This-
I don't know who they use. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure where
That's
they
not
grab their
right
data.
all the time either.
No. The only way to really truly know an address or a road name, give me a holler, right? That's really the only way. But until everybody catches up with updating their data and things like that, I have a feeling the 2030 census, that's going to be a big data set that everybody grabs, right? But that's 5 years from now. So we do have hope on the horizon, but it's slow going. It really is slow going out here. One big problem I have with Google is that if you think your address is 123 John Doe Lane, you can go on there and say, Google, I'm 123 John Doe Lane, and sometimes that's accepted. So I don't really completely trust it, and I tell everybody, don't trust it, but
Your trails that went into Mexico and you got them fixed.
yes, it's all
Stroke
fixed.
of a pen, or did we have to trade Mexico something?
No, we did not have to trade them anything, thank goodness. I was able to go in there and really the river shift, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so that original state data, there's no telling how old it was, and it was following a line that wasn't there anymore. And so, but now it's correct. I definitely want to make sure if you can make a 911 call from the river, I want you to get the US if that's who you're calling, or if you're on the other side, get Mexico, not us, so that was a big one. But it's all fixed now, and we have no critical errors in our data, and that's been an 8-month process, so.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Any update on the floodplain maps?
So I can't do much with floodplain maps. It is not pertinent to 911. According to CSEC, right? CSEC is my commissioning, or our governing body. I would love to be brought into a floodplain conversation because I certainly think it's relevant for emergency services. There's a big process to that though. If you want to adopt new floodplain map or the data that you use to determine whatever, you have to work with the Texas Water Development Board. You have a liaison that you work with your local government, and then you establish that through them, basically telling FEMA, hey, FEMA, we want to use this map moving forward, right? Once that's all completed, then you can start using it. Now, I do have, for the purpose of this conversation, I already have floodplain data, brand new data from the Texas Water Development Board. It's beautiful. It's a really great data set. It also gives us the different designations on the ground, right? Asphalt versus clay or, whatever. That's all present and it's all there. We just can't use it until it's, legally allowed to be used. So I do encourage someone to work on it because it really could help. One thing I want to do, if we can get to that point where it's adopted, I can incorporate that on my letters. I already include an image of my map on page 2. I'm letting people know this is where you are, this is what it looks like, and these are your physical coordinates. If I could bring in a third page where people could understand their floodplain, that's an all-encompassing document that is extremely useful at that point, right? In the insurance world and beyond. So that is something I do want to do. We have people that are building out there in the desert that it's dry most of the time, so they don't realize. And if I'm working with someone and it looks like they're about to put something down in a creek, I'll turn that on and talk to them about it, right? It's certainly acceptable to do that from an emergency standpoint. But until that's adopted, we can't use it. I will say this too, if you want to look at it, James Etchison has that layer in his Eagle View. I gave it to him so that he could maybe feel the conversation, you know, and push for it. It's really pretty comprehensive what you're able to see in that data. So, and I don't know how much it changed from the 1991 map that we have for City of Alpine. My guess is it's different. I know Burgess isn't flowing anymore, you know, and different things have changed. So, my guess is it's a little bit different in some places. So I do encourage that conversation though.
Well, good, because he gave us a map a while back and said it wasn't for public consumption.
That's it. That's the one. Yep.
Yeah.
That you cannot use for NFIP purposes. It's really more for an emergency understanding at this point, right? Until it's fully adopted and you work with your liaison, you can't use it. So, yeah. I did a lot of homework to figure all that out, only to be told I can't work on it, so. But hey, anything y'all want to know, please pick my brain, because I did go down a lot of rabbit holes to figure all that out. So I'd be thrilled to answer any questions you have about it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, let's go back up to item number 10, county judge report and action items. Item A, this is really more of a discussion item. Want to get y'all's feel for this. As you guys know, we've been kind of putting off the subdivision regulation rewrite until the legislature has finished the meeting, which I think is just about come to an end. We're prepared to start working on subdivision regulations this fall. The bigger staff actually already has a canned one that they did for Val Verde County, which I think would be very easily adoptable by us. But it ain't free. So nothing is free. So I did put some extra money in the budget to accommodate legal fees associated with the subdivision regulations. And just wanted to get the court's thoughts on, we don't have to approve anything today, but my plan would be in September, start working on first round drafts. I suspect
How much is it not free?
it's gonna be about 15,000, not free. We are way out of compliance with our subdivision regulations since they haven't revised them since 2001.
Right.
And so we need to come into compliance with that. So there'll be, I think, as Chuck said, it depends on how much we want to nitpick it.
Right.
So, but it's going to pick up a lot of new things that we haven't done before. Like RV parks.
Will it grandfather everything that's there?
Anything is there.
Yeah, okay.
So it won't.
Not
it won't-
retroactive.
It won't retroactive anything. So anyway, unless court has an objection, I'm gonna start wading into that and we'll start seeing that appear in court. But we may have to have a few workshops just on subdivision regulations, so we don't bog down the commissioner's court. I would suggest that maybe since Sarah has such a strong interest in subdivision regulations, maybe Sarah and I take the lead on it and we all have a burning desire to. I mean, you'll see it.
There's a hand in the audience.
Oh.
If they could run their road names by me before they ever come to you guys, something really great to add in there. I know we have matching roads out there, so.
Right.
It's been a problem.
Okay, I'm seeing no objection. I'm gonna continue to proceed then on that. All right, item B. It's our holiday calendar for 2026 fiscal year. We're gonna cancel all holidays this year, so that's all good. So no holidays for anybody. That's the easy way to do it. Johnny, you gotta work every day. Christmas Day, you gotta be out there and make it, no. So here's our proposed calendar. Only thing that's a little, on January 1st is a Thursday. So we stole from another day off and put it in January because realistically, is anybody going to come in here on Friday?
No.
So we stretched New Year's this year to 2 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of course. And then the commissioners' courts are listed in yellow, and the special commissioners' court for next year related to the budget are back in there. I do not have the Terlingua / Marathon, but we'll work through that one.
Okay.
You can have that.
So 16 holidays this year. This is yeah, this year, that's what we'll have next year. Except for the district clerk who has no holiday.
No rest for the wicked.
Move to approve.
Got to pick on her. She's the only one. That JP one, they don't get it. All right, motion to accept the holiday schedule as presented.
I'll second.
Motion is second, discussion. All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 All right, item C, I'm gonna table for right now. We'll come back to that. Largely what happens is, as Melinda and I went through the budget, we firmly believe we've got enough money to set aside a rainy day fund, which I really want to do. And the goal is to have our working operating budget over here that we stay in line with, but also have a pile of money, so to speak, that's our rainy day money for disasters and emergencies and things like that.
Need extra cash?
Extra cash. What we decided to do is, we can come back in later in the fall and build that rainy day fund once we get the 24 numbers.
Right.
And we really know what our operating surplus is. We know it's there. We know it's pretty sizable. But once we get all the adjusting entries, then we can come in. So we decided instead of trying to do it right now, we'll wait till the fall, come back in. But my goal frankly would be to have $750,000 in our rainy day fund in 3 or 4 years. Just for those kinds of things that pop up that we, like a maintainer that blows an engine.
Don't say it.
Or something like that. So C is taken. Item D, as we discussed in the workshops, we did talk about transferring $300,000 from LATCF to the Road and Bridge Fund to help support the Road and Bridge children. The Road and Bridge Fund. And I'd like to make a motion that we go ahead and do that.
I'll second.
transfer.
Judge.
Yeah.
Specify the year.
Yeah, it's gonna go in 26, right? It'll be
FY26.
26 transfer. So we won't transfer it till October 1st or ish. But it'll be for 26 budget. I think it's so good, get us started. Wish it was $3 million.
Okay.
All right, I'll make a motion that we transfer the 300,000 from LATCF effective October 1st.
I already did, got it in the second already.
Oh, you already got it? All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 All right, perfect. All right, number 13A, we need to ratify the sheriff and constable fees. But we have to report these to the comptroller. So this is the proposed 26 fees. We'll make it look a little prettier than what you have on the screen. But
It's very Brewster County.
yeah.
Move to approve.
All right, motion to approve the 26 sheriff and constable fee schedule.
I'll second.
Motion second, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, number 14, Mo, we're gonna pull that one. That,
Yes, sir. We don't need to do anything and I don't think it's gonna go forward, so.
all right, number
We'll come
14
back.
item has been rescinded. Number 15, Road and Bridge Department. Johnny.
Have you gotten any sleep lately?
Some. Well, we were still dealing with road washouts down south at Fulcher Road, South County. Also washouts at Agua Fria, Terlingua Ranch Road, and North County Road. So we're kind of working our way around to try to keep everybody happy. We did some seal coat at Ghost Town. We did this seal coat on, not seal coat, fog seal, I'm sorry. Fog seal at Ghost Town, Roadrunner Circle, which is towards Terlingua Ranch School, and Terlingua Springs Road. And we also did some fog sealing in Marathon. A few streets in front of the school Then we went back and painted the crosswalks for the beginning of the school year. I have a mower that is mowing around the area, Wagon Road, Cemetery Road. He's moved down the Double Diamond. I have one blade running at the Veterans Edition. And he's having a little issue there, but we're getting that one caught up. Of course, we're doing some work at the post painting part. And we've got both of our dump trucks back, one from the El Paso, it came back. And we went to San Angelo and got the newer truck back. And we also got a new pickup. We're still down on some of the roadways, but we're trying to get to them as fast as we can.
We have a tractor and a shredder. Do we have a shredder, like a big shredder, or is it just zero turn?
We have a shredder that goes on the skid steer
On the skid steer?
for the brush, for the big brush.
Gotcha.
And no permits.
All right, any comments for Johnny?
Did you get my email?
When did you send it?
Yesterday morning.
I haven't looked at it.
It's just a bunch of little small stuff that I knew I'd forget. So I figured I'd write it
No,
down.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll look at it.
Thanks.
Okay, item C under road and bridge, this is to review, discuss, and take possible action to purchase or finance a 2025 Caterpillar motor grader. For most of you know that we lost the engine on our, what year model is that, Ruby?
88.
88. And after lots of discussion with Warren Cat, the cost of the repair of the engine is gonna run us, with all the other things that need to be done to it, it's gonna set us back almost $80,000. So I suggested that they sharpen their pencil and come back and give us a new grader. So they have, the price of the new grader is $320,000. They'll give us a $10,000 credit on the broke down maintainer, but that we had run up $13,000 in bills that we had not paid, and they'll walk away from those invoices. So effectively 23,000. So the 10 will go against the purchase price, the 13 we just won't pay. We'll get that in writing, but I have an email that says they'll give up any work that they've done on the old tractor, they'll eat. I think Ruben and I still want to go to Odessa and sit down with them eyeball to eyeball. But the idea would be to take, to finance, to take $150,000 or roughly half of the cost of the tractor and put half down from the LATCF fund. The balance would be financed over, and this is where we need to talk about it, somewhere between 3 and 5 years on a lease purchase arrangement. 5 years is a rate of $389 and a 3 year is a rate of $299. So the rates are, particularly on a 3 year, pretty good. If we want to be aggressive about getting it paid off, we can do that. The plan in the budget would be to support the first year's payment, the down payment in the first year's payment with LATCF fund, because it's not in the budget. This came up really after we got the budget done. And then the next years of lease payments would just be built into the road and bridge budget as a lease, right? And not take it out of savings every time. So that's kind of the proposal on the table.
What's the first year payment?
What's the first year payment?
Yeah. That would be coming up.
Yeah, I'll tell you. It's right here. It is, it depends on, you want to do, if you did 5 years, it's $2,500 a month. So that's times 12. What is that? $18,000. And then if it's 36 months.
Making you do math in your head. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, 2,500. Yeah, you're right. $30,000. If it's a 36 month or 3 year lease at $299, it's about $4,000 a month. So 48,000.
Okay.
Here. So 30 versus 48. Really depends on what we want to do. I mean, obviously, we would expect that maintainer to last us 20+ years.
Yeah, well, let's see, 1988 to,
Should get 40 years out of it.
That yellow iron lasts.
So
The
Don't
yellow
make
iron,
iron anymore.
they will last.
I mean, and they can work on.
hope so.
I'd like to, I think Ruben and I'd like to go, I would like to go to Odessa. Ruben probably finds it boring, but I like to go sit in the thing and talk to him about maybe some goodies like warranties or extra maintenance package. I don't know. Just feel like it's worth going to Odessa and squeezing them a little bit.
Do the operators know or would they prefer the joystick versus the?
No, we're going to a steering wheel.
Is that what that is?
Yes. We're going old school.
Old school.
There you have it.
We've seemed like we have better luck finding operators that can work the lever versus the handle.
Mhm.
And not having a steering wheel to steer for some reason.
Less electronics too, right?
Yes.
I like
less.
that.
Yes.
Steering wheels work, good seat.
The
It's got a seat though, that it?
Yeah.
the joystick one is really quick. You can tear something up really quick.
You can make a big mistake.
It's real sensitive.
Mhm.
As opposed to the knuckle busters. I mean, that's what I call them, the ones with the levers. And, cause on one that has a steering wheel, you have to actually steer it. So when you're running the joystick, it's just your thumb. So if you, for some reason, do the wrong movement on the stick button, it goes wherever it wants to go. It's pretty quick.
Requires a lot of finesse.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both good. They're both good. It's just a preference.
Caterpillar's going back, they've had a lot of kickback on, they thought that the new generation was gonna jump in there, but the new generation doesn't wanna run equipment.
So it's left for this old guys to run it.
So it's left, so it's left up to, it's still the older generation that's running, the equipment. There's not new people coming on.
Do you have something on?
Yeah, just in considering the difference between the 3-year and the 5-year financing on it. Just keep in mind that we talk about it being in the road and bridge fund as an expense, but that's a cost center with no real revenue coming in.
Mhm.
That's financed out of your M&O in your general fund. So it is ultimately gonna be another expense in the,
It wouldn't go to interest in sinking?
no.
No.
The only thing that goes to interest in sinking is bonds and certificates of obligation, not financing of vehicles and capital leases and that kind of thing. So just kind of tuck that in the back of your mind when you're considering.
Noted. Thank you.
I think there was a question. You had a hand up, sir?
I was gonna ask what model, right?
Sorry?
That's on your thoughts.
It's a 140. Cat 140.
H.
H.
SW.
140 SW motor grader.
In 2025.
It's a 2025.
Relatively new.
So, I
What
guess,
do we need to do here?
well, just.
Send you over there to.
What's your appetite to do it? And, if you want to do it, we can agree. We can start with this proposal and then we can see if we can beat it. Bring it back to court, or we can go chase it a little bit and come back. I think we wanted to get, Ruben and I supported, but we wanted to get the rest of y'all's thoughts on whether you want to do this or not.
We need it. We need it.
We do.
We have two, then one's broken, right?
We have one and the other one's in the shop right now. It's gonna cost probably 10,000 to get it out.
We have three graders.
Three.
One's got the engine we're talking about. The other one also, air conditioning, compressor froze up and has to be replaced. The bearings on the pulley froze. Right.
Yes, sir. And in the process, they found, of course, it broke the belts. In the process, they found the turntable pads were out, so they're gonna have to replace those.
While you're in there.
This maintenance is beyond what you just do in your shop normally, isn't it? I mean, you need a heavy mechanic, heavy.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the small general maintenance checks in the mornings and all that will help.
My proposal would be to go ahead and do this as presented with the down payment of $150,000 plus the first year's payment out of LATCF. We probably won't even get this thing until October. I don't know if it's even.
It's there.
It's there,
It's
okay.
on the lap.
But I think Ruben and I would like to go, and just sit down with them, see if we can do a little better, or there's some things we can add to it, some training or whatever.
They went down from, original sticker price was 450,000.
Yeah.
450?
Yes.
They're hungry.
Either that or they marked it up ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's a 25, so they're gonna get 26s in soon, right?
Yeah.
Or is that just for cars? That's not for equipment?
No, I think it has to do with equipment.
So I'll make a motion that we finance 150 down with a, my feeling is we can always prepay it.
Yeah.
So my feeling is I don't know where we're headed next year, so I'd say a 5-year lease, 150 down. The money would come out of LATCF for the 150 plus the first year's lease payments on a 5-year lease, and then go from there.
A second.
I third it.
We're gonna add that you're gonna go over there and visit with them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we can get anything, but doesn't hurt.
Well, he won't go with you. I'll go, but I'll just sit in the cab and pretend.
They took the aside.
Negotiator for equipment, but I'll sit in there.
I guess you could at least test drive it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do they have a big dirt yard out back?
They have.
End up plowing up I-10 or I-20
They have an area there for you to run.
for county judges to run it.
Yeah.
I've always wondered
What about commissioners?
I wouldn't do that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Painful, very painful, but very essential.
Essential.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
We will report back to you guys with the final outcome. If for some reason it is over this, we won't do anything, of course. And if it's under this, we'll come back and report.
No, they have a contract though.
Second.
We have a.
Okay. Emergency management number 16, the emergency management board is at some training today. The only thing we have on the agenda is to renew the burn ban from August 29th through October 13th.
Someone.
A second.
Motion is second. James has been allowing some burning under controlled circumstances. I know Judge Wasserman, you had something not too long ago, and I think that works, and thank you for the donation to the fire department. We are more than happy to beg for fire department donations. It's not required, but thank you for your contribution. And so
They did that for me as well, and the question was,
Thank you.
do I give it to you?
no, you give it to the fire, Alpine Emergency Services. Yeah.
All right, yeah, because they had 2 trucks running for the 4 hours they were there, so I figure 100 a truck is a bargain.
And I know it's frustrating, but if you look at the drought maps, everyone else is green except us.
Yeah.
We're still red, especially in the south part of the county.
All we ask, and I'll say this publicly, is that people just call us ahead of time. We'll work with you. We had one the other day, just set it on fire and almost got away from it. So can't, just call us. Happy to work.
Ask
with
permission, not forgiveness.
you. This is not one you want to burn your neighbor's house down. So I'll make a motion. Have I already made a motion?
Or taking me the motion. I seconded
Okay,
it.
second. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, treasurer's office. I think we'll skip the treasurer's office. There is a report. Melinda, you want to incorporate that in your report?
I don't have a copy of the report, so.
For the record, I want to give condolences to Miss Judy for the loss of her dad.
He did that? He did. Oh, I'm sorry.
Terrible.
I did not know that. All right,
That's fine.
in front of you guys is, we have the July and June monthly report. And we just need to approve those 2 reports. I do have some questions, but I'm gonna hold off until we get to the comptroller about that. So I make a motion that we approve the financial reports of June 25 and July 25.
Second.
All right, discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Let's move on to Brewster County Comptroller, Melinda.
Okay, you should have the copy of the payable register. And my apologies for the highlights and scribble all over it this time, it's kind of my working copy. The reason for that is because we have, as we're getting toward the end of the year, we have quite a few budget adjustments. And I'd like to kind of go over those, kind of quickly with y'all. Most of them are just line item adjustments within the various departments. One of them, in tourism, again, it's line items, but it is not related to current billings. This was a request. This is item number budget adjustment 52. That I received an email from Robert Alvarez about making this for expenses going forward, to take 10,000 out of his capital equipment and move it to public relations and promotional activities. So that's not specifically related to pay. The other one that we have that is kind of a perspective budget adjustment. This has the number 50, the camera replacement for the courthouse. That I've moved again from technology, put this into capital equipment of the courthouse and estimated that it would be about $1,000, a little $2,000. We are also doing some line item adjustments within the LATCF fund. One of the things that we ran into with the software conversion was that when the budget item for Tyler was put into the LATCF fund initially, we didn't realize that how much that data was going to charge us to do the data extractions that were required. And so there was like another $7,500 that was in that line item, and this budget adjustment.
Your mic's not on, by the way.
Oh, I am so sorry. So that is to give us a little bit more in the Tyler, and I've kind of estimated what we've got left. Due to some of the things going on in people's personal lives over in the finance department right now. Some of our completion on a couple of the modules has been moved probably into next year. So we've got a carryover item into the 26 budget for some of the Tyler.
Yeah, next fiscal year, not next calendar year.
Next fiscal year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we should be done, looks like by sometime in October or early November, but they're gonna have to reschedule a couple of things.
Mhm.
The other one, if you look at budget adjustment 58, and I'm really in 59. I'm really gonna try to stay out of the weeds on this, but it does get a little weedy. We have grants that come in each year that we apply for. And there are some of them that as you use the grants, some of them just go away at a specific date and you start over from scratch. Others have a carryover. If you look at budget adjustment 58, this is one of our federal grants that I'm setting up that carryover that did not get set up mid-year. And so what that is going to allow us to do is continue using that grant, and then there is some of it that will carry over into for year 26. Same type of thing on 59, except I don't have quite as much information on that grant as I do on the other. So all I'm doing is moving or setting up the adjustment, the budget. This is for one of the HIDA grants, enough that I can cover the fuel what I'll be doing when I get the rest of the grant information is setting up the budget and establishing it for the rest of those grants. And we'll be coming back to y'all in a few weeks, with the amendments to set those up. The others are pretty much normal budget adjustments. The only one that looks a little bit different is the one when we look down here at Road and Bridge, and this goes back to what we've been talking about with all the repairs and maintenance on the equipment. Kind of had a bad run of luck on that. Road and Bridge Department does not have a full staff complement in terms of what they had budgeted for at the beginning of the year. So they had a substantial over budget within their health insurance cost. So what I'm doing is moving $20,000 from health insurance down to repair and maintenance within Road and Bridge. Normally, we do not touch payroll items, but in this case, it made sense to do so. So those are the budget adjustments. The other thing I have related to payables relates to the truck that was mentioned earlier. We have a $49,950 invoice for the new truck that has been delivered. This was the one that was approved, and we do have a purchase order on this. There was also a and this did not copy well. It's approximately $7,900, but my copy is not really readable. But there was another like $7,900 related to, and I'm not real clear, Ruben, you may be able to help. Is it like a bed cover or a liner or a toolbox? Or I'm not.
No, ma'am, it's toolboxes and a replacement bed.
Okay.
It's a flat bed they took the fleet side off of it and put it, and a deer guard.
Okay, so that
came from Kempner.
From Kempner.
Kempner.
But I do not have a purchase order on that, and that would definitely need to be approved by the court since it's kind of part of the truck.
That's 7,800.
It is 78. The copy it literally is almost blank. I can't, but it was
79 something.
78 or $7,900.
I think it's 78.
Yeah. Okay. And so what we're trying to do is to go ahead since
you to approve that bill for Kempner.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Can I ask, there's one question on that, just to clarify, Judge. That additional $7,800 has been amended with the leftover ARPA funds, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's right. All right, on the payable register, there's a $342 bill to Verizon Wireless getting charged. It's towards the end. It's getting charged to IT. What is that?
We've got two Verizon phones that for whatever reason, and I'm still trying to track them down, but they are getting charged and have been getting charged against phone and internet in IT.
Who do they belong to?
I am not sure.
Can we call the number?
Yeah.
We'll chase you down.
Yeah, I'm in the process of figuring out who it belongs to. Because I think we have several cell phones floating around, and I'd like to know exactly whose they are, because I don't think they're all getting paid through the payables process. I think some of them are going through some of the credit cards. I know there was one I saw that was a Cricket. So
Cricket, no, I know that one. That was juvenile probation.
Is that one juvenile probation? Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking about.
And you don't have those county cell phone, do you? You do? Is yours a Verizon? Yeah. Okay, I bet one of them's his.
It may be.
Okay.
When we discovered the lump sum that's in that IT fund, justice for IT fund, talked to Julie, she set up 3 phones, one for each of the two.
And we can take that.
And I need to fix that because this is not coming out of the JPIT fund. This is coming out of the maintenance and operations.
We can take it out of the technology fund, can't we? Because that's what, yeah. Okay, good. All right.
That makes sense.
The other thing, I want you to flag the satellite phones next time the bills come in, because the sheriff was under instructions to get rid of the satellite phones in return for getting Starlink.
Correct, and the, yes. The, my understanding is this should be like the last of the satellite phones. And then the new setup with the Starlink is coming out of the mobile internet in the sheriff's department. So that this should be going away. The other thing I'm going to suggest on the Verizon phones, even though they should be coming out of yours, I'll make a note of that. And go ahead and pay them out of the M&O right now, and then do a journal entry to move them with the end of the year entries. So,
Right. I make a motion that we accept the payable register, receipt register as presented, as well as the budget adjustment.
Oh. I want to abstain from Pinnacle.
Okay. All right. Is that a second?
Check it.
Okay. Motion, a second, discussion about the numbers. I will say, that come the fall, we're probably gonna do sort of a line by line review of all of our funds, all of our revenue funds and restricted funds. And we'll probably do those in bulk for 3 or 4, so we can get a real handle on what our fund balances are. We haven't done that in a long time, and we really need to do that. So get ready for some more financial review in the fall. Motion is second, to approve the budget, payable register and receipt register as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
What else you got, Melinda?
we're cranking along. Just busy with year-end stuff. Once we get the budget for 26 approved, we'll get that installed. I did send out an email a couple of days ago, I guess it's out on Monday. Yes, it was yesterday, it's not long with already. That any purchase orders that need to be issued, need to be in by this week, and then no more purchase orders for the rest of the calendar year for 25, or for the fiscal year for 25, so that we can have a cleaner cutoff at the end of the year. And I think that's been pretty much a standard time frame, so the department head should be, pretty used to that from past years.
You said 1 week?
Yeah,
You said 1 week?
yeah, end of this.
End of this week? Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure I write that down correctly. By Friday. Okay.
To get whatever oil you need.
Then no more for the rest of the fiscal year.
Then you got to hold it.
Yeah.
Well,
Whatever.
keep in mind
He's still looking at.
that one of the things that we can do is once we get the 26 budget installed, if somebody has something that they need to buy, we do have the ability to put that against their
26 budget.
But there is gonna be a gap in there where we just say, you know what, unless it is an absolute dire emergency, you don't need to order
Paper clips.
paper clips. Yeah, check with somebody, find some paper.
Steal some.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, anything else on the financial side? All right. Number 19, tourism. I thought Robert was here today, but I don't have anything for tourism. There is a tourism meeting today at the Val Beard Library, Annex in the conference room. Starts at 1:30. There's a little luncheon for those that want to come by and have a sandwich at noon. And, that meeting will be open to the public. Anybody's welcome to come listen in. There is, just for the court's information, we'll know a little bit more this afternoon. It looks like that Jesus Lodge thing has been pushed to
Back
May.
again.
Back to May.
Yeah.
I've heard
Yeah.
that somewhere.
So the lodge, not the lodge, but the hotel rooms will be open. They'll have food court or food trucks. The campgrounds and trails, all that will be open, which is great. And we won't get any revenue off of it because hot taxes won't be, well, I guess we will.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will in the hotel.
Yeah.
The restaurant is the only thing that building is, yeah,
Yeah, buildings.
Have you seen it?
yeah, it's got a gap like this.
I like to take pictures of it and compare over time.
So that may help us a little bit on the hot
Help a
taxes
bunch.
this year. Yeah. All right, I don't have anything else for tourism. there any other business before the court? We have no need for a closed meeting. Our next meeting is gonna be on September the 9th in this courtroom at 9:30. And entertain a motion to adjourn.
Some of.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Court is now adjourned.